And the breaking news is this, that the Vice President, Jagdeep Dhankhar, has resigned from office. We'll get you an update on this from our correspondent who's tracking this story. The Vice President has resigned from office. What is next, we'll figure out. Let's talk to, Dibyendu Mondal, who is covering the story. Dibyendu, just give us the facts first of all. What's actually happened? Then we'll go into the reasons.
Well, Mark, this has been unprecedented because it is, in fact, perhaps if I can recall correctly, it is the first time that a vice president sitting in office has resigned in the middle of a parliament session, which is currently underway. Because he had put out a tweet from the Vice President of India's official handle, and the reason that the Vice President's resignation he has given, Jagdeep Dhankhar has given, is the fact that he has not been keeping well for some time. And it is a matter of fact that, Jagdeep Dhankhar has not been keeping well for quite some time. Remember, in the last session, Jagdeep Dhankhar had to miss, some of the first sittings of that budget session because he was not well and the doctors had asked him to take rest. He was also taking some breaks in between the sittings of the House because the doctors had advised him not to sit for a very long time. And therefore, the Vice Chairman of Rajya Sabha was conducting most part of the businesses in the last session. So therefore, this comes at a time when, just today itself, the monsoon session of Parliament began. And in fact, today itself, later in the evening, we have received this news coming in right from the Vice President of India's official Twitter handle, saying that he has in fact put in his resignation papers.
Right.
And he has in fact cited that health issue is the primary reason. And as if you allow me to read it out,
sure,
he says, and I quote, "To prioritize healthcare and abide by medical advice, I hereby resign as the Vice President of India effective immediately in accordance with Article 67 Part A of the Constitution." And he also goes on to say that he is he expresses his deepest gratitude to the Honorable President and also to the Prime Minister for giving opportunity to occupy such a high office in the country. He also says that his experience as the Vice President of India in conducting the houses of, conducting the upper house of Parliament has been an enriching experience. But therefore, this comes at a time when it is less than 3 years that he had been elected to office. He was elected on the 6th of August, 2022 as the Vice President. We are just couple of days ahead when he would be completing his 3 years. And before completing his 3 years in office, he has put in his resignation papers. And
Indeed.
therefore, of course, it is a big political development because this will now open up the position for the Vice President, and the government will have to elect a new Vice President. Until then, the procedure says that the Vice Chairman of the Rajya Sabha will be conducting the proceedings of the House till the time a new Vice President is elected. And of course, this is, as I said in the beginning, this is very, very unprecedented. I don't recall any Vice President resigning from office, especially in the middle of a Parliament session.
Indeed, and you mentioned Article 67, and Article 67 actually talks about the Vice President's office itself. It outlines the terms of the office, the Vice President, and specifically the term of 5 years from the date on which he or she assumes the office. So he has resigned based on Article 67A, which gives him the right to resign. And then he has put that, that resignation, of course, is addressed to the President of India. But you mentioned now that, in the interim, because he's asked for resignation immediately, the deputy, the Rajya Sabha will be taken over by the Deputy Chairman, who will act as the Chairman. But then who acts as the Vice President of India?
See, Mark, the Constitution does mention the Vice President of India as a position, but the primary responsibility of the Vice President of India is the conduction of the duties in the upper house. So in the absence of the Vice President now, it is the deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha that will be conducting the businesses till the time a new elected vice president is, the process of election of a new vice president is completed. So therefore, so now the deputy chairman, however, the position of vice president will remain vacant because the vice president primarily does not have any other constitutional duties apart from fulfilling his constitutional duty as the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. So therefore, it is the deputy chairman who will lead the house till the time and a new vice president is elected. But Mark, also let me tell you, when we were talking about the health issues, remember that Jagdeep Dhankhar had not been keeping well, and he was admitted, in fact, to the All India Medical Sciences in Delhi on the 9th of March earlier this year, due to some cardiac issues. He had complaints of chest pain and heaviness in his chest and oxygen level declining. And remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had also gone to AIIMS to visit him. And since then, we had been hearing about the fact that he has not been keeping well. And now that, it seems that the health has taken a real toll on the Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankhar, and he has decided to resign and take care of his health, which is, of course, priority for all individuals.
Right, we leave it there. Thank you very much, Dibyendu Mandal, for putting us, giving us the information about Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar putting in his papers. In a sense, he has resigned from the post immediately because of health reasons.